Portrait photographers are not real people. They're all scum. Photoshop is an asshole. Hello. Welcome. And also hello. And welcome. Today we're going to Garden of the Goshes, one of the most popular destinations in Colorado. Why do I keep going to places crawling with people and then complaining about it? Well, because complaining is awesome. I went a couple weekends in a row, and the first one was a wash with water, rainy water. So I packed it in and decided to try again another day. This was that day. So let's jump into it. And don't forget to keep an eye open for the pug hidden somewhere in this video. Hey, bonerheads. I think that's what I'm gonna call you guys. Every channel has a name for their viewers. I'm here at Garden of the Jods. I came here last week and it was just dog shit. It was raining the whole time. So I came back, and this week we have this situation going on, which is a blue sky, which is not good. Unless it is good, you know. This time it's not good. Unless it turns out to be good. But it's not good. It could be good though. Came a little bit later than usual. Sunset's in like an hour and a half or something. So I'm just sort of scrambling to find a decent spot. It's really cool rock formations in Colorado, but it's very accessible. So there's like 850 billion people here, which is not the usual like 900 billion that are usually at places like this on a Sunday. Hitting the trails and there's almost nobody, so you just gotta get away from the parking lots, you know? It's really the only way to secure your spot in solitude and nature in a place like this. Right now I'm sort of running up the hill with the 150 to 500 on the A7 IV, just in case there's some birds or some shit. Since there's no clouds, we're gonna have to rely on golden hour light, which should happen, which is good, obviously, because there's no clouds, which is bad, but it is good when it's not bad. So I'm gonna go up to a classic spot I've been to before. Sorry if my framing is bad. My arm is tired. Look at this son of a bitch. That's a goddamn scarab. Hey buddy, fuck you. Ha! Tried to kill me. I went up to that spot and I don't think it's gonna work for these conditions, so I'm actually gonna head down into the lion's den where there's 900 trillion people now. It's really crazy how busy this place gets. I mean, the entire population of Earth is actually here right now, and then some, by a pretty huge margin. Way more people than are on Earth, or that were on Earth 10 minutes ago, are actually here at Garden of the Gods right now. I'm not sure how it works. I'm not an astrobiologist, but what more do you need than the evidence? You know, I've seen at least 1,000 people since I got here. So if I extrapolate over the square acreage of this state park, there's got to be at least 900 trillion people here right now. So, but hey, you know, if they can do it on the streets of New Delhi, why can't we do it here at our state parks? This is a nice spot right here. Hopefully my camera doesn't hang in front of you guys. I got the 20 mil on the A7 III. And I'm wondering if we can maybe get like a sun star. This lens's sun stars are quite beautiful. This is a pretty bad shot. Well, maybe if we use a flare in the foreground, if it stops blowing around for a second. I'll go all the way up to like F10 or something to try to get everything in focus here. Crank the ISO too to freeze the flowers. You knew that already. We gotta really emphasize the flowers instead of the sky, because there is no sky to speak of, except for that one little bit of cloud. Maybe that'll catch some color. There we go. You know, this park is not very big. I might actually put the 150 to 500 away, because even at 150 millimeters, everything is just too close. The light is starting to shift golden already, so we'll see what we got going on here, shall we? This 150 to 500 is digging into my hip. I think that's how hip dysplasia is caused, from the Tamron 150 to 500 digging into hips. I think I'm gonna head down to the south side and see if I can maybe pick out some compositions for when the sun goes down. So why not use the better camera if we're only gonna use one? We gotta hide this, guys. We gotta hide the camera. Because we don't want any fucking degenerates to break in and steal it. You know what I mean? There's some plastic bags over there. There we go. If somebody steals my shit, I'm gonna poop my pants. No, this isn't as cinematic as usual, but this makes things so much easier to just POV it. Instead of 3 cameras, I can just bring 1.5. I don't think we'll be able to find a spot with the sun poking through. We need to try to get on the other side of those rocks and shoot north to get light on one side of them. But we're running out of time. No, portrait photographers are supposed to be photographers, but they are scum. They're all scum. And they're everywhere. Portrait photographers are not real people. They're Soviet plants sent here to document the faces and upload it to the Soviet Central Intelligence Agency. Could be good if it wasn't for that tree. Some of these rocks are really cool. If you find another foreground like that with a cleaner midground, in business. Some of these aren't too bad. Can just get the angles right. Losing light fast. I've never really came here looking for foregrounds, and there's actually a lot of them. Fortunately, there's trees everywhere too. Now we can get some sun stars. Final try here with this rock, and unfortunately right above it is this cable, which since we don't have much of a sky, I'm just eliminating that altogether. But I mean, you could totally remove that, but I'd rather just not have to do that if I don't absolutely have to. But I kind of like this. Obviously, I wish we had some color in the sky, but the nice soft glow right now looks pretty nice. I think maybe the surprise photo I got was this wood over here on the trail, but again, the cable runs right through the frame, so we'll either include it or just get rid of it. I'm not really sure yet. I don't know, pretty happy so far. I might not even stay super late, because I'm pretty sleepy, so. We actually got some nice color. It just goes to show, even when it looks like there's gonna be zero clouds, you might still get something. And in fact, all it really takes is some small clouds like this strip right here. Unfortunately, it wasn't over on this side, but there was still some good color over here too. So I sort of ran around frantically getting some of the compositions that I had sorted out beforehand, which again, it's always important to be prepared and have some compositions in mind in any direction that you might want to shoot, because you never know where the color might happen. And of course, the whole sky didn't explode or anything, but you only really need a strip of clouds, because if there's no other clouds, then it's a guarantee that that strip is going to catch some light. So if you have a composition in mind where that strip is, you can just quickly run over there and get all the shots. I had to focus stack, so it wasn't as quick as just taking it and moving on, but I was able to, you know, quickly focus stack some shots. Hopefully Photoshop will stitch them, even though that never happens because Photoshop is an asshole. But we'll just have to see. I really need to get Helicon focus. I just need to pay for it. But yeah, I think that was pretty successful. I'm gonna head back now, and then we'll open these up on the computer and see how they are. Thank you for watching. Carrie complains about things that don't really need to be complained about. Of course, I was just kidding about the disparaging things I said about portrait photographers, but I was serious. They are scum. To see another time I complained to you, click right here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.